It's another evening of baseball here on the channel, continuing my reimagining of the 2025 baseball playoffs. And it could be a decision night for the San Diego Padres. The champagne is on ice as they look to close out the World Series here in Game 6 against the Guardians. And thought I'd get on this evening and after the NFL playoffs concluded. That was a very good game at the end there for the Bears and Rams. And I thought I'd try some baseball now and get on with this World Series and try to see if we can conclude this thing. Not necessarily in favor of one or the other here, but San Diego does have the 3-2 advantage, and they're headed home now to San Diego. So as you can see from the tree here, we have reached Game 7, and we'll go out to see the rosters and the lineups here for this important game as we have returned to San Diego and Petco Park. It's a night game, clear sky, 56 degrees, and the wind blowing out a little bit to left field, averaging about 6 miles an hour. So we know the drill here. Played enough games. And so we'll start with the lineups here for the Cleveland Guardians. They've shaken it up just a little bit here, especially on the defensive side. Leading off for Cleveland, as has been the case the last 3 or 4 games, Brian Rocchio playing shortstop tonight instead of second base. Petey Halpin in center field will bat second. Jose Ramirez in his familiar third part of the lineup and playing third base. And batting fourth will be Cal Manzardo, the first baseman. Jonathan Rodriguez, the DH, bats fifth. Daniel Schneemann, the right fielder, will bat sixth. Bo Naylor catches and bats seventh. Angel Martinez has been introduced to the starting lineup again, and he'll play second base instead of center field like he was playing earlier in the playoffs, and he'll bat eighth. And batting ninth, Stephen Kwan, the left fielder. Starting pitcher for this game for the Cleveland Guardians is Tanner Bibee. 12-11 during the season, 4.24 ERA in these playoffs. He is 2-1, and the ERA is probably less than 2. So he's been decent. Did run into a little bit of trouble in Game 2 of this series as the Guardians lost that game 7-1. So now for the homestanding San Diego Padres, hoping to conclude with a championship here tonight. San Diego will have Fernando Tatis leading off and playing right field. He's been hot recently. Jake Cronenworth playing first base, bats second. Manny Machado, the third baseman, bats third. Ryan O'Hearn has moved up to the fourth spot in the lineup, and he'll be the DH. Ramon Laureano, the left fielder, bats fifth. Jackson Merrill moves down to number 6 in the lineup, and he'll play center field. Batting seventh, the second baseman, Luis Arraez. Batting eighth, the catcher, Freddie Furman. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Jose Iglesias. And the pitcher starting for the San Diego Padres is Dylan Cease, 8-12 during the season, 4.25 ERA. I believe he is 2-0 during these playoffs with an ERA probably around 2.5, if I'm guessing there. So we will go to the ballpark. It's could be a clinching night and an exciting night for the Padres. In real life, they have never won a World Series. They might do it here in either Game 6, and if we have to go to a Game 7, then it's anybody's bet as to who would win that game. So here we go to the ballpark out in Petco Park on a clear night in late October. Actually, it's Halloween, October 31st, 2025. So we'll see how scary this game gets. So the defensive alignment for the San Diego Padres wearing home white. Laureano in left, Merrill in center, Tatis in right, Machado at third, Iglesias at short, Arraez at second, Cronenworth at first. The catcher is Freddie Furman. He's caught just about every game in these playoffs. And the starting pitcher is Dylan Cease, the right-hander. So leading off for the Cleveland Guardians is Brayan Rocchio, batting .339 with no home runs and 5 RBIs in the playoffs. So let's settle back and get this thing started from San Diego. We will have Cleveland, it looks like, are they in gray? I think that's gray. Or is that light blue? I can't tell. So we'll have a few pitches here, potentially up here where my cursor is, and then a fly-in, and then we will get started. And a full count awaits Rocchio to start this game from Dylan Cease. And he walked him, so Rocchio's on to lead off this game with a walk. So they get a base runner to start this game. And Cease will face Petey Halpin, .333 batting average, 1 home run and 3 RBI. So Rocchio at first. We'll see if they're aggressive or not on the base pass here in Game 6. 2-1 pitch. He tries to bunt, and it's unsuccessful, and that's a strike 2. Major league bunting nowadays, as I've said before, is not usually very successful. 2-2 pitch, and it's a full count, and it's on the outside, and it walked him, and then Cease has put 2 runners on with nobody out. So good start for Cleveland. And Ramirez is up, batting .257, 2 home runs, 9 RBI. .210 is Cease's ERA in the playoffs with those 30 wins and 43 strikeouts and only 9 walks, so it's kind of unusual that he has 2 walks to lead off this game. 2-1 pitch. And that's lined to center, and it will be 1-0 Cleveland as Rocchio scores. And a quick start for the Guardians here in Game 6. Off of Cease, still nobody out. And Manzardo will bat, hitting .299, 3 home runs, 10 RBI. So Dylan Cease is having a rough time getting started here in Game 6. 2-1 pitch to Manzardo. And that's lined into right center field, and that will split the outfield. In comes the second run. It hits the wall, and Ramirez will stop at third base. So a double for Manzardo. And it's 2-0 Cleveland. So 2-0 Cleveland. And it will be Rodriguez. The infield, do you play back or not at this time? It's top of the first inning. Nobody out. The computer says to play back, so they're going to play back. 1-2 pitch. First time he's been ahead on a batter. That's flied out to left toward the corner. Lariano grabs it. And here comes Ramirez with the third run. So a sacrifice fly. And it's 3-0. Cleveland, but with only 1 out. And Manzardo is at second still. Daniel Schneemann will bat. So a quick start here for Cleveland. 1-2 pitch for Schneemann. And that's flied out to left. In comes Lariano, and that's 2 outs. So the 2 walks came back to haunt Cease to start this game as they both scored. Here's Bo Naylor hitting .212, no home runs and 3 RBI. And a 0-2 pitch. And that's grounded to third. Machado will pick it up over to his left, and he will make the play. So 2 runs on 2 hits. No, 3 runs on 2 hits. And San Diego comes to bat trailing 3-0 here in the bottom of the first. Tanner Bibee. Bibee will pitch, 2-1 average, 2.17 ERA, and he will face Fernando Tatis, who is the leadoff batter playing right field. He's been pretty hot lately. He's raised his average up above 200. He does have 2 home runs and 7 RBI. And a 3-2 pitch to Tatis here in the bottom of the first. Ground ball weakly hit to third. Ramirez comes in, makes the play to first. And that's the first out. Cronenworth will step in, the left-handed batting first baseman, hitting .333. No home runs and 5 RBI. Certainly San Diego is not out of this game at this point. Still got plenty of at-bats, but a good start for Cleveland. 2-2 pitch. And that's weakly hit to short. Rocchio coming in to make the play. He will throw. And he will make the out. So 2 outs. Showing off that shortstop arm now is Rocchio. Usually it's a Reyes at short, but they've changed the lineup a little bit and put a Reyes who wasn't hitting very well on the bench this game. So Manny Machado will step in. .294 batting average in the playoffs. 5 home runs, 16 RBI. And here's the first pitch. That's well hit, lined out to left field, and Kwan moves very little. So that's the third out. 1-2-3 for the Padres, and it's 3-0 Guardians headed to the second inning. So Cease is hoping for a better inning here after the rough first inning. .36 pitches already. And Angel Martinez will step in, 195 hitter, playing second base. No home runs, 3 RBIs. He's a switch hitter hitting from the left side. And the first pitch is a strike, and here comes the second one. And that's lined to center, and they will start with a base hit. So another leadoff runner for the Guardians here in Game 6, putting pressure on Cease early in this game. And here's Kwan. He's like the bottom of the order the last couple games since he's moved from the top. And Martinez is at first. Will they be aggressive? They've been an aggressive base running team, but not as aggressive. Yes, they have been. They've been the more aggressive team, it looks like. I was wrong about that, looking at the stolen bases. So here we go. That's why Furman has to stay alert. 2-2 pitch. He holds, and that's a strikeout. The first one for Cease comes with the 9th batter, and 1 out here in the top of the second. Rocchio walked and scored his first time. Angel Martinez at first. 1 ball, no strikes. Grounded to second. Reyes up with it, and will throw to second and get the out with Iglesias. So the fielder's choice puts Rocchio at first. And here's Halpin. He walked and scored his first time. So 2 outs here in the bottom, or the top of the second. First pitch. Rocchio holds. Ground ball to third down the line, and Machado will make the play to second. So a fielder's choice on that. Third to second, and that will be the third out. So no runs, 1 hit, one left. We go to the bottom of the second, and it's 3-0 Cleveland. I don't think that counts as a left on base. Let's see if that's right. Yes, it does. Okay. All right. So here's O'Hearn, then Liriano and Merrill to face Bibee, who had an easy first inning of only 14 pitches compared to 36 that Cease threw in the first inning. O'Hearn, 2 home runs, 5 RBI, .236 batting average in the playoffs. 1-1 pitch. Grounded to first. Oh, a nice diving stop by the first baseman, Manzardo. But the throw pulls Bibee off the base, and it will be a base hit. So a nice play to stop the ground ball. Oh, is that an error? It's an error. Okay. E3. Can't hold on to it, so it's an E1. All right, I'm busy watching the play and not watching what the play-by-play is, but so a base runner on the air by Bibee. And here's Laureano, who has showed power here in these playoffs. 5 home runs, 9 RBIs, and 3 stolen bases, hitting .256 since he's taken over in left field for the most part in these playoffs. O'Hearn at first, 1-1 pitch. Ground ball to first. Manzardo bobbles that too, and he will not make the play. So that will be a second error of this inning, and this time it will be Manzardo that has the error. So first and second, nobody out, and Jackson Merrill batting. Disappointing 182 batting average in the playoffs. 1 home run, 7 RBI. He has 3 stolen bases. So O'Hearn at first, or no, at second. Ramon Laureano's at first. And an 0-2 pitch to Merrill. Struck him out looking on the inside corner with a fastball, and that's the first out of the inning. So Reyes will bat, playing second base, the left-handed batter, batting 190 in these playoffs. No home runs, 4 RBI. 1 out, first and second are the base runners. 2-strike pitch. Struck him out on a fastball, and that'll be 2 outs. So it'll be up to Furman now, who has had clutch hits in these playoffs. 383 batting average, 3 home runs, 14 RBI, so he can come through here and at least get one of these runs in. 2 outs, and here's Bibee with a full count. Struck out the last 3 batters after the 2 errors, so he gets out of the jam that was made by the defensive boo-boos. And we go to the 3rd inning, 3-0 Cleveland. So Dylan Cease had a better second inning than the first. And it will be Ramirez, Manzardo, and Rodriguez to bat. Ramirez singled and scored his first time. 2-strike pitch, infield, outfield, over to the right. And that's flied out to right field. And Tatis will settle under it, and that's the first out. So 1 out, Manzardo. He doubled in a run his first time up. 1-strike pitch from Cease. Ground ball to first. Cronenworth takes it himself to first base, and that will be the second out. And here's Jonathan Rodriguez. Sacrifice fly, RBI, his first time up. We play in 1-pitch mode here on this computer program. 2 balls, 1 strike. And that's flied out to right, or center. Going to his left is Merrill, and that will be the 3rd out. He drifted to his right, I should have said. 1-2-3 for Cease there in the top of the 3rd, and we go to the bottom of the 3rd with the Padres trailing 3-0. The 9th batter, Iglesias, leads off. For the Padres, Tatis and Cronenworth to follow. Trying to get something going here. They had a little bit of an opening last inning with the 2 errors, but could not do anything about it. Here's the first pitch to Iglesias. Grounded to 3rd, and it'll go right through between the shortstop and the 3rd baseman for the first hit of the night for the Padres, and the leadoff runner is on first. And here's Tatis. Grounded out his first time. Iglesias at first, doubt if he goes anywhere, trailing 3-0. Here's the first pitch. Oh, it gets past. It's a wild pitch, and Iglesias will go to second. So, wild pitch. And Iglesias is now at second base with nobody out, and Tatis with a 2-2 pitch. Oh, it's lined into left. That will be a base hit. Will they send Iglesias? They will. And he will score and cut the lead to 3-1 on the RBI single by Tatis. So the wild pitch comes back to haunt Bibee on this Halloween night here in San Diego. So Tatis at first with nobody out, and Cronenworth. How aggressive will they be for the Padres? They've been pretty aggressive during the playoffs. and Tatis can certainly steal a base. 0-2 pitch, he holds. That is lined into center field. Drifting over to his left is Halpin, and he'll get the first out. So 1 out, and here's Machado with Tatis at first. Flew out his first time. 2-2 pitch. Struck him out. Fastball in the inside corner. So that's 2 outs. And here's O'Hearn, who reached on an error his first time. Tatis still at first with 2 outs. San Diego's managed to run across so far in this bottom of the third. 1-2 pitch to O'Hearn. And that's lined to third base, but not too hard. And Ramirez will grab it, and that will be the third out. Padres manage a run on 2 hits and leave 1 on base. We head to the middle innings in the fourth with a 3-1 lead for Cleveland. Cease has settled down since the first inning. He will face Schneemann, Naylor, and Martinez. Schneemann is 0 for 1 with a fly out to left. 1-2 pitch. Struck him out. Slider at 90 miles an hour. And that is the second strikeout against 2 walks for Cease. He got in trouble in the first inning, the top of the first, with 2 walks right away. He's settled down since then, like I said. And here's Bo Naylor, who grounded out his first time. And an 0-2 pitch. Fly ball to center, and in coming from the left, and that's Merrill, and that will be the second out. The bottom of the order for Cleveland hasn't been that punch, or hasn't had that much punch to it. So this is a good time for Cease, I guess, to have an easier stretch, which he is so far. 2 outs this inning. And here's Martinez. He did single his last time, playing second base for the Guardians, and a 2-2 pitch. That's lined over Machado into left field, and that will be a base hit. So Martinez is 2 for 2. And here's Kwan, who struck out his first time. Martinez at first with 2 outs. 1 ball, no strikes. He holds at first. Ground ball to third. Machado will go across the diamond, and that will be the final out of the top of the fourth. So no runs, a hit, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the fourth, and it's 3-1 Cleveland. So here's Bibee against Laureano, Merrill, and Arraez. Laureano reached on an error his first time. 1-2 pitch from Bibee. Struck him out. That is strikeout number 5 for Bibee in this game. No walks for him yet. And here's Jackson Merrill, who struck out his first time. 2-2 pitch is on the way. And he struck him out looking on a curveball, and that's the second out. So 2 strikeouts, 6 for the game. And Arraez, who struck out his first time, is up to bat. So 2 outs here at the bottom of the fourth. 1-2 pitch from Bibee. And that's lined into center, and that will be a base hit. So a 2-out hit for Arraez sends up Furman to bat. He struck out his first time, so Arraez is at first with 2 outs, the third hit for the Padres in this game. 1 strike. And that's lined up the middle, and that will be a base hit. And stopping at second will be Arraez, so a little bit of 2-out trouble here for Bibee, and Iglesias will bat. He singled his first time. So 2 outs. The bottom of the order here is a little tricky for Bibee here in the bottom of the fourth. Arraez at second, Furman at first. 1-2 pitch. Struck him out. A big, great breaking pitch, and that will be the third out. Gets out of trouble on the slider. So, no runs, 2 hits, and 2 left on base. We go to the fifth. Cleveland still leads 3-1. We've reached basically the halfway point of this game. here in the top of the 5th. And Rocchio will lead off. He is 0 for 1. He has walked and scored also. So here's Cease, who's had it pretty easy the last 3 innings. And the first pitch to Rocchio. And that's lined into right, and a base hit to start it off here in the top of the 5th inning for the Guardians. So here's Halpin with Rocchio at first. Keeping an eye on Rocchio here. 2-strike pitch. Struck him out. That's a big strikeout. Curveball got him. And that's the first out of the inning. And here's Ramirez, who is 1 for 2. He has scored a run, and he has driven in a run. So Ramirez batting from the left side. Rocchio at first. There's a hole open in the right side of the infield. The infield is slightly to the right overall. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball to second. Arraez over to short, then over to first, and a pitcher's best friend double play ends the inning. So a 4-6-6-3 double play helps Cease out of the top of the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning with the Padres trailing 3-1. So here's Bibee. He has 7 strikeouts in 4 innings. He faces the top of the order. Tatis has singled and driven in a run in 2 trips. Batting .215 now in the playoffs. And a 2-2 pitch from Bibee. Struck him out. 8 strikeouts. Big performance from Bibee so far. And it's going to be Cronenworth to bat. So an important leadoff out for Bibee as the Padres try to climb back in this game. And here's Cronenworth 0 for 2. 2-1 pitch on the way. And that's flied out to center. Over to his left is Halpin, and that will be the second out. 2 outs, and here's Machado 0 for 2. He is struck out and flied out. Bibee trying to get out of this 5th inning without any damage. 1-strike pitch to Machado. And that's flied out to center. Oh, no, it's popped out in the center field, short center field. And out to get it is Rocchio, and that will be the 3rd out. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and an easy inning for Bibee as we've concluded 5 here at Petco Park in Game 6 as the Padres look to clinch the World Series championship. But they trail 3-1 headed to the 6th inning. Manzardo, Rodriguez, Schneemann to bat against Cease here in the top of the 6th. He's up to 80 pitches. This might be his limit here pretty soon. And the first pitch to Manzardo is lined out to right, and coming quickly is Tatis, and he'll grab it, and that's the first out. Here's Rodriguez, sacrifice fly RBI, and flied out to center field in his 2 trips. 2 outs. No, wrong. 1 out so far. 1 ball, no strikes. That's grounded to short, and picking it up and over Iglesias to Cronenworth, and that's the second out. So 2 outs here, and Schneemann will bat. He's 0 for 2. So the game's settled in here with both pitchers doing a pretty decent job the last couple innings. 0 for 2 is Schneemann. First pitch. And that's lined over the head of Machado into left field, and that will be a base hit. So Schneemann will end up at first, and here's Bo Naylor, who's 0 for 3. Or no, 0 for 2 in this game. So Cease is up to 84 pitches. And here's Bo Naylor with Schneemann at first. And a full count, and he walked him. So the walk has come back for Cease with 2 outs, and here's Martinez. 2 for 2 in this game. Off Cease. Do you go to the bullpen and try to get this last out? Martinez has had Cease's number in this game. Let's see who San Diego has in the bullpen. They've got everybody sitting there. They're going to go with Peralta. So they are going to make the pitching change to Wandy Peralta here in the top of the 6th inning with 2 outs. So 5 2/3 for Cease, and he faced 25 batters. All right, the left-hander will come in and face Martinez and switch him around to the other side of the plate. He's a 4-1. All right, here we go. 1.08 ERA in the playoffs. 0-1 is his record. And they're 2 on with 2 outs. And Angel Martinez is ready for the first pitch. 0-2 pitch. Struck him out. So Peralta comes in and does his job with a changeup. Ends the threat. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 left for the Guardians in the top of the 6th inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th, and Cleveland still leads it 3-1. So we're entering the tricky time here for Cleveland. They've got a good bullpen that has performed pretty well during the playoffs. A couple iffy or bad games, especially the first couple in this series. But does Bibee get through this inning and help them out? So O'Hearn, Laureano, and Merrill will bat. O'Hearn is 0 for 2. And a full count. And that's a fly ball out to right center field. Incoming to his right is Schneemann, and that'll be the first out. Bibee gets through this inning, then they go to the bullpen. And it will be pretty tough for the Padres if the bullpen is up to what they've been for the most part in the playoffs. So here's Laureano, 0 for 2. He has struck out and reached on an error. Full count from Bibee. Struck him out. That will be a fastball, and that will be Laureano's 2nd strikeout of this game. And here's Merrill, who has struck out twice. 9 strikeouts for Bibee, and probably his last batter, or at least his last inning. See if they continue the inning with anything for Merrill getting on base. 3-1 pitch. And that's a line drive down out to left center field. That will hit off the base of the wall. Grabbing it will be Kwan, and a 2-out double for Merrill to the opposite field in left center field. So they're trying again here with 2 outs. They did it 2 innings ago with 2 outs and couldn't get a run in. So they have Merrill at second. And here's Reyes, who has singled and he has struck out. So, do they go to the bullpen for them? Bibee's up to 99 pitches. It's Reyes. Let's see who they got in the bullpen. They may do it. They got a little tired bullpen. Heron hasn't pitched it a lot. He does have a high ERA. What's he done in the playoffs? Not very good. Do you go with Henches? They're going to go with Henches. And they're going to go to the bullpen and replace Bibee with Henches. Try to get out of this inning. So, 5 2/3 also for Bibee in this game. And he will face 24 batters. And Henches will come in. I'm sure he's a 4-1 and 5-1 or something like that. I don't see him anywhere on here. Did he pitch the last inning or last game? Yes, okay. All right, the left-handed pitching Henches is in. No decision so far. 1.50 ERA in the playoffs. Arias to bat. Second baseman. Do they have any substitutes? They do have Bogarts, but he hasn't hit the ball very well in the playoffs. Very low batting average. So they're going to stick with Arias here, who does have a base hit. So Hench is in to do his job. 2 outs, Merrill at second, and a 1-2 pitch. And that's grounded to short. Rocchio up with it, throw to first, and he does make the play. So, no runs, a hit, 1 left, and we've finished 6 here in San Diego, and the Guardians still hang on to that 3-1 lead. Peralta will face Kwan as he enters into the 7th inning. The left-handed batter facing the left-handed pitcher. 1 strike, 0 for 2 is Kwan. He pops it up in foul territory off third base, and Machado will grab it, and that's the first out. Rocchio will bat, switches sides to the right-hand side. He is 1 for 2. He has scored a run. Full count from Peralta. Struck him out. Fastball got him. Second out of the inning, and here's Halpin. Trying to get out of this inning here. So 2 outs and Halpin. He is 0 for 2, but he has scored a run because he walked in the first inning. 2-2 pitch from Peralta. Struck him out, so Peralta does the job. 2 strikeouts, and here is the 7th inning stretch. Cleveland 3, San Diego 1. Well, unlike in Cleveland, where we couldn't hear the 7th inning stretch music, the old ball game, we heard it there. So I don't know, there might be a problem with that stadium file or something in the program. Usually I hear it in most of the games in the stadiums, but Cleveland I did not. So we've reached the bottom of the 7th. Cleveland going to the bullpen now, and they've got their order in place. Usually it is Junis, Gaddis, or Enright, Gaddis, Junis, whatever direction they go in. And tonight they will go with Junis to start off here in the bottom of the 7th. So Junis will come in to pitch as Hedges did his job, and the right-hander will come in to pitch. To Furman, Iglesias, and the top of the order, Tatis. So Junis is a 5-1, 5 batters, 1 inning. 1 batter is all that Henches faces. And here we go. Furman leads off. He's 1 for 2. Bottom of the 7th inning as the Padres look to clinch this World Series tonight. They got some work to do. 1-2 pitch. And that's grounded to second. Over to his right is Martinez, and he'll make a good play. So that's the first out. Iglesias will bat. Important first out. And here's Iglesias, 1 for 2. He has scored the only run for Cleveland. 2 balls, 1 strike. And that's lined out to left field. Over to his left is Kwan, and that's the second out. So here's Tatis, 1 for 3 with an RBI. So 2 outs for the Padres here in the bottom of the 7th. And a 1-2 pitch to Tatis. And that's grounded sharply to third, and it goes past Ramirez into left field. They will keep it a hit, so the scorekeeper is generous there. With the second hit for Tatis in this game, and another 2-out base runner situation for San Diego. They've done it before, but have not gotten a key hit to take advantage of it. And here's Cronenworth 0 for 3. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Struck him out. That will be another time where they will not do anything with that 2-out base runner. Slider got him. No runs, a hit, 1 left. We go to the 8th inning. Padres still trail 3-1. Peralta will come out. So Peralta's out of the game. Did his job. Faced 4 batters. And it will be Ramirez, Manzardo, and Rodriguez. And let's see who they'll bring in. Ramirez, Manzardo, and Rodriguez, trailing 3-1. Here in the top of the 8th. They're going to bring in Morjan, the left-hander. All right, Morjan. Some of my substitutions work, and some of them don't. So we'll see how it goes. So it's better than letting the computer decide, because in this computer game, the computer's not very good at it, I should say. So I usually handle it. 4-1 for Morjan. And he will face the meat of the order for the Cleveland Guardians. And Ramirez will switch to the other side and bat right-handed. He is 1 for 3. He has scored a run and driven in a run. So here's Morjan. 2-0 in the playoffs. No ERA. Full count to Ramirez. Outfield, infield shifted to the left. And that's lined to right, and that will drop in front of Schneemann as he gathers it. And that will be a base hit. So Ramirez has done that before in the playoffs. Hit it to the opposite field where the shift has opened up space. And here's Manzardo, 1 for 3 with an RBI double. So here's Morjan. 1 strike pitch. And that's flied out to center field. Moving little is Merrill, and that's the first out of this inning. And here's Rodriguez. Sacrifice fly, RBI. Otherwise 0 for 2. He's had some big hits in this playoffs. He does have 5 home runs, and I think leads the Guardians in home runs in the playoffs. 2 balls, no strikes, and that's popped up outside of first base, and Furman will go out to get it, and that's the second out. So Morjan manages to do that. Schneemann to bat. They could put in Noel to pinch hit, but they'll save him and leave the better defender out in right field. I believe he's the better defender. Yes, 70%. Let's go to Cleveland. I think Noel is not. He's only 50. So they're gonna keep the defense in check, or in place. So Schneemann 1 for 3. Full count, and he walked him. Missed it on the outside corner. So Morjan will now face Bo Naylor, and they'll do the same for Naylor, since he is the better defender, I believe. Let's see, Naylor is a 55 catcher. And Hedges is a 70 catcher. Oh, Hedges is the better catcher. So they're going to go to the defense. They're going to put Hedges into bat for Naylor. So Hedges will replace Naylor. My voice went out there. It's a right-handed batter. Do they go to the bullpen with that change? From Morjan, he has faced 4 batters. Hedges has not hit well in the playoffs, 148 batting average. Right-handed batter, they're going to leave Morjan in. 2 outs, 2 on. 1 ball pitch. Ground ball to short, up with it, Flipping to second is Iglesias, and that will be the third out. So fielder's choice gets out of the inning on the 6-4 play. So no runs, 1 hit, and 2 left. Padres running out of time here in Game 6, and they trail 3-1. I got to fix the lineup here. Hedges will go to catch. And let's see. Cleveland will go to the bullpen. So it'll be another bullpen with Machado, O'Hearn, and Laureano. They will go. Got a tired bullpen. They do have Sembrowski, who has a very good low ERA, but he's a left-hander. And 2 righties are up. They don't want to have to put in a tired pitcher. So they'll go with Sembrowski. Usually they go with Gaddis. Let me see here. They're going to go with Gaddis. So they're going to go with the right-hander. Gaddis. Right-hander. So 1 inning for Junis. 4 batters. Gaddis in to pitch, and he's probably the same. 4 batters, 1 inning. Let's see if he is. He is. I should basically have a lot of this memorized at this point after all these games. So Gaddis will come in. He's a little tired. We'll see if this works. So Gaddis to face Machado. Then O'Hearn, and then Laureano. 1 ball, 1 strike from Gaddis. Ground ball to third, and Ramirez to his left, and he will make the play at first, and that's the first out. So a big out there, getting the leadoff batter, and O'Hearn will bat. He's 0 for 3. He has reached base on an error in 3 trips. So here's Gaddis trying to set it up for Smith, the bullpen or the closer. 1 ball, no strikes. Ground ball to first. Manzardo snags it. Oh, misplayed at first base, and that will be another error for the Guardians. And it will be a pitcher error again. So a runner on with 1 out. Defense a little shaky here for Cleveland tonight with 3 errors. It hasn't come back to hurt them yet. But we'll see if that changes. With Laureano to bat, 5 home runs, 9 RBI. Tied with Machado. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's well hit to left center field. And that's over the fence. He has tied this game, and Laureano has become all of a sudden, a superhero of a power hitter. And it comes back to backfire for Cleveland. Gaddis, the tired pitcher, and we have a tie game as the error hurts also. So Gaddis only has himself to blame with the error. I mean, it would have only been a solo home run, and they'd still be up. But it's 3-3 as the ball barely cleared the fence, 403 feet in left center field. So now it's Jackson Merrill, and they will go to the bullpen again. So Gaddis cannot do what he needs to do, and here comes the bullpen, and Sembrowski will come in. 3-3 is the score as the Padres look to clinch this World Series championship tonight. So Sembrowski is a 4-1. So that basically takes Smith off the equation for a little bit, maybe. And it will be Merrill to bat with 1 out. Big home run by Laureano. He may be the most valuable player of this series. So 3-3, the error comes back to hurt Cleveland. One strike pitch to Jackson Merrill, and the crowd is getting a little more enthused. And that's a ground ball to second. Up with it is Martinez. He will make the play to first. So 2 outs, but the damage has been done this inning so far. And here's Reyes. 2 outs. 1 for 3 is Reyes. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's lined out to center field. Over to his right is Halpin, and that will be the 3rd out. Padres do manage to tie this game on the 2-run home run by Laureano, helped out by the error committed by Gaddis. And we go to the 9th inning of this Game 6, and we are tied at 3. And Morjan will sit down. And he pitched 1 inning. Right? Peralta pitched 6, 7, 8. Okay, I got it right now. So Morjan faced. All right. So San Diego will go to the bullpen. They've got some big guys out there on the bullpen, and Mason Miller will come in to pitch here in the top of the 9th inning. Trying to hang on here to get him to the bottom of the 9th. So Mason Miller will pitch. They basically have 2 closers. Cleveland would too, basically, if Clase wasn't out. So Miller is a 4-1 also. He will be tasked to keep this game where it is at 3-3. And leading off will be Martinez, followed by Kwan and then Rocchio. So we've got excitement here in Game 6, top of the 9th inning, 3-3. 3 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors for Cleveland, 1 hurt in the bottom of the 8th ahead of that home run. And 3 runs, 7 hits, and no errors for San Diego. So here's Miller on the mound, 2-0 in 9 innings pitched, 14 strikeouts against 2 walks. 2 balls, no strikes, trying to get the leadoff runner on. Lined out to right field, Schneemann going back to the warning track, and he will make the catch. Don't know what happened there, but the program paused. And here's Kwan. Kwan is 0 for 3. First pitch to Kwan from Miller. Line to second, and that's Reyes, and that will be the 2nd out. Top of the order, Rocchio to bat. He goes back to the left side of the plate. He is 1 for 3. He has scored a run. 2 outs, top of the 9th. 3-1 pitch from Miller. And he walked him. Fastball at 100 miles an hour, missed inside. 2nd time Rocchio has walked. So he'll be a base runner with 2 outs. And here's Halpin, who is 0 for 3, but he has walked and scored. They have not scored since the 1st inning. And they're in a tie game now. So Rocchio at first. Will Miller need to pay attention to Rocchio? I doubt if he will. We'll see if Rocchio goes. Full count, he is going to go. And Miller strikes him out for a 3rd time. Halpin goes out, or gets struck out. So no runs, 1 hit, 1 left, and we go to the bottom of the 9th of Game 6, where the Padres can win this championship with a run in the bottom of the 9th inning. 3-3 is the score. Substitutions. And it's going to be Furman, Iglesias, Tatis. And Cleveland will go to the bullpen, and they will bring in Cade Smith to get through this inning. Their bullpen is a little tired. Zabrowski got 2 outs. Right? face 2 batters. Okay, Smith is coming in. Usually the closer, but he's going to have to come in tonight and keep this game where it is. Will he go 2 innings? I'm not sure, but there's a lot of tired arms out there for Cleveland. Bullpen's been worked a lot in this series. So here's Furman, 1 for 3, as San Diego bats here in the bottom of the 9th of a 3-3 game. Full count from Cade Smith. And he walked the leadoff batter. So, base runner at first, Iglesias up to bat. Is it time to go to a pinch runner for Furman? I'd hate to take that batter out. Oh, man. Take that kind of hitter out of the lineup. Iglesias will bat. Third baseman is in case of a bunt. 1 for 3 with a run scored is Iglesias. See if he's bunting. 1 ball, 1 strike. He is not. He grounds it to third. Ramirez will make the play to first, and Furman will end up at second on the fielder's choice. So fielder's choice, 5-3. And that puts the winning run at second base with 1 out, and Tatis is up. Furman, it's so tempting. Do you put a pinch runner in? Let's see who we got on the bench. It's Sheets, Wagner, Bogarts. They got a catcher here that hasn't played most of the playoffs, and his bat's not. In fact, he hasn't played at all in the playoffs. Bogarts, what kind of speed does he have? Where's the speed at? 55. What's Furman? This is a tough choice. 45. They're going to leave They're going to leave Furman at second. It's a tough decision to make, but they're going to leave him there. So here's Tatis. He has a chance to drive in the winning run. 1 out, bottom of the 9th. 0-2 pitch. Smith has struck him out on an outside fastball. And that will be 2 outs. And here's Cronenworth with Furman, the winning run at second base. The crowd is on the edge of their seats. What a way to end this series, potentially. Or we go to extra innings. So here's Cronenworth, 0 for 4. Full count. Oh, he gets hit. So Cade Smith hit batsman. So we've seen our token wild pitch, and we've seen our token hit batsman. So that puts 2 aboard with 2 outs, and Machado. It's only fitting Machado steps up. He has 5 home runs and 16 RBIs. He's the leading RBI person for the Padres. Has a chance to win this game. He is 0 for 4. The winning run is at second. That's the only run that matters at this point. And a 2-2 pitch from Smith, who has been spectacular in the playoffs. He lines it to center field. Here's Halpin. The play at the plate is going to be late, and the Padres will win the World Series 4-2 on Machado's single here in the 9th inning. And Furman manages to score from second. And the Padres have come back, trailing 3-0 after 1 inning, and they've won the World Series. Congratulations to the San Diego Padres as Machado drives in the winning run, and the Padres win it 4-3. And I suspect Laureano is going to be the most valuable player of this World Series because he has been spectacular. The defense for the Indians did not help them in this game. And Cade Smith finally looks human as the Padres win this game with a walk-off here in the bottom of the 9th. So what a way to end this whole tournament or playoff that I've been running and reimagining. What a great tournament. And the Padres do win it 4-3 in Game 6. So we will go to the recap and see what happens from there. But so the Padres, congratulations. And here we go. Padres win this game. New champions of the season. Oh, the MVP of the series is Freddie Fermin with 2 home runs, 3 batted in, and 333 batting average. Well, I think Laureano was better than that, wasn't he? He's hit 4 home runs. Wow. He's hit 4 home runs in 4 games. Wow. He has played very well. And he has hit 4 home runs and 5 RBI. And they give it to Furman. Well, that's kind of interesting that Furman wins it over Laureano, but what am I to say? Tanner Bibee wins the player of the game. Okay. You drive in the winning run and you still don't become the player of the game. I guess Machado doesn't get anything either out of this. So the computer is a little flaky, I would think. I would not make those decisions as far as player of the game and player of the series, most valuable player. But what do I know? I just do the games. So under 4 hours of fake time on this Halloween night in 2025, game day, the Padres win the World Series 4-2. The winning pitcher is Miller for the Padres. The losing pitcher is Cade Smith, who is 0-1 in these playoffs. But I think he has like 9 saves, and he's been very spectacular in the playoffs. But the bullpen for Cleveland is worn out after this series because they have been used quite a bit throughout this series. So anyway, that's what the pitching looked like as Machado drives in the winning run. 1 hit in 5 trips and then the winning single. Laureano with an important 2-run home run after the error was committed to put O'Hearn on first base. And Iglesias and Furman had hits, and Tatis drove in a run with one of his 2 hits. For Cleveland, Ramirez, 2 hits, RBI, and a run scored. A hit for Rocchio and a run scored. He walked twice. Halpin walked once. And Schneemann had a hit, and Martinez had 2 hits. But they couldn't manage anything past the first inning when they went ahead 3-0. And that's what hurt them. They just couldn't add to the game or the score. So they win the first championship in franchise history. Well, they haven't done it in real life, but they've done it here on the computer. So what a great series. And it's fitting. We have a new champion instead of the real life champions or the Los Angeles Dodgers. I have enjoyed this immensely. It's been a lot of games. I have a lot of piece of paper here. So I started this in mid to late October, and it is the middle of January. So we move on to something else next after this. Thinking about what to do. I'm thinking about like taking the best 10 teams out of a franchise, putting them in a double elimination tournament, and seeding the first 2 as buys. And then the teams 3 through 8 or 3 through 10 being spun on a wheel and picking their spot in the playoff tree. Or I may take the World Series champions from a decade and do the same thing. The 2 best winning percentages would get the bye, and then do 3 through 10 on the wheel to seed them in a double elimination tournament. That's what I'm thinking. I haven't decided yet, but we'll see. I'll use probably OOTP since it's the best to broadcast on. I have other games that I can play. I have several games that I can play. I've shown one, Pocket Pennant Run. I have another, Digital Diamond. I think it's called Digital Diamond Baseball, something like that. Let me see what it's called. It is called Yeah, Digital Diamond Baseball version 13. I have that. So I can use those too, and I have other cards and dice games that I could use also. But I may stick with OOTP for the next project that I do. And like I said, it's either going to be a World Series decade teams double elimination tournament, or I may pick a team like the Phillies or the Orioles or the Dodgers, Yankees, Red Sox, something like that. Pick the top 10 best teams since 1970 and seed them in a double elimination tournament and see how that goes. I'd play a playoff, but that gets to be a lot of games with 8 and 10 teams. So the double elimination tournament would go faster. So that's it for this installment. Playoffs are over. San Diego is the champion of the World Series. And the final totals here. In this game 6, Cleveland Guardians 3 runs, 7 hits, and 3 errors, one of them very costly in the bottom of the 8th inning. And the San Diego Padres 4 runs, 8 hits, and no errors. The winning pitcher was Miller, and the losing pitcher, Cade Smith. So that's it here from Cleveland, or not Cleveland. I hate to do that to Cleveland people, fans. We were in San Diego for this game. Okay, Smith faced 5 batters. So anyway, that concludes this, and like I said, I will decide what I want to do here. Opening day is not too far away, or at least pitchers and catchers about a month away. So we here in the eastern part of the United States have still a few weeks of winter to go, and I can't wait for the warmer weather to come and some baseball to start. So we'll at least start baseball here with the next project and carry that into the next season of the real-time season. So anyway, that's it. I thank you for watching and going through this adventure. It's been a lot of fun. I enjoy doing this and try to get better each time. But it's all for fun. I'm not here to be a professional. I'm not here to get paid. I'm just here to have fun on an evening or an afternoon and share some baseball with everybody. So everybody have a good night, and I will talk to you next time with a new project of OOTP baseball.